This is News Channel 5, Nightside.
It is said to be one of the darkest days in American history, but the question tonight is, where do we as a nation go from here? Thanks for joining us tonight on Nightside. I'm Melinda Johnson.
And I'm Dale Hoffman. Up top tonight, it was the worst attack on the United States since Pearl Harbor 60 years ago. Thousands of people are dead or injured tonight after what appear to be coordinated attacks in the World Trade Center in New York and the Pentagon in Washington. Terrorists hijacked and crashed 4 airliners in order to carry those attacks out. Beverly Kirk looks back today on what happened.
Hijacked airliners, 2 of them, slam into the World Trade Center in New York. The first blows in what U.S. officials believe is a coordinated attack by terrorists on the heart of the nation's government, military, and business centers. Tonight, President Bush addressed the nation.
Thousands of lives were suddenly ended by evil, despicable acts of terror.
After the hijacked American and United Airlines planes hit the Trade Center, the twin 110-story towers collapsed. As many as 20,000 people had just arrived for work. Almost simultaneously, another hijacked American plane nosedives into the Pentagon, resulting in an undetermined number of casualties.
A vicious, well-coordinated, a massive attack against the United States of America.
A 4th hijacked plane, another United flight, crashes in western Pennsylvania. Scores of government and corporate buildings across the United States are evacuated, including the White House, the Capitol, and other major centers of government. Airports are shut down. Terrorism experts say Osama bin Laden is the most likely suspect.
I've directed the full resources of our intelligence and law enforcement communities to find those responsible and to bring them to justice. We will make no distinction between the terrorists who committed these acts and those who harbored them. I appreciate so very much.
Beverly Kirk, NBC News, the Pentagon.
Meantime, military forces around Washington remain at the highest possible state of alert tonight. Well, back here, nervousness over what happened today has turned into gasoline lines at some stations around Alexandria and Pineville. Unsubstantiated rumors about skyrocketing prices and price gouging have been spreading, and people have been filling up. We've gotten a lot of calls from people who have been hearing about rising prices, but no one has actually seen them. But they are heading to the gas stations anyway.
I got here at 2. It's been steady, but it's I guess when people got home and they watched the news and they saw what was really happening, they came to fill up.
We've also heard from some gas station operators who are purposely keeping their prices where they are to try to calm things down.
And shortly after the devastating acts, Alexandria Mayor Ned Randolph met with city officials to discuss their concerns. At the same time, security was being heightened at the U.S. Federal Courthouse and the bankruptcy courthouse in downtown Alexandria.
Well, it's something that I don't think that any of us expected in our lifetimes. This is an attack on the United States of America. And it hadn't happened really since Pearl Harbor in 1941. So it's grave. I would ask all of our people, all of our citizens, to pray for our president and to pray for our leaders to help us through this. I would also ask people in our community to give blood.
And because of the magnitude of what happened back east, thousands around the country will have been and will be affected. Now, 2 of those are people, a former News Channel 5 employee and a Columbia University law student from Louisiana, both of whom are living in Manhattan. Now, both are okay tonight and talk to us about this morning's attack.
I had never seen anything like that, and at first it was just like a big plume of smoke, and I thought it was another maybe mini explosion, and the smoke started to clear, and there was no building standing there, and there's only one of the twin towers, and I've never seen anything, so much destruction in my life, and it's just something that I know the people in New York are just devastated, because the Twin Towers is one of the, I guess you would call the icons of the city. Every picture you see, every skyline is there, and to see just one of them, and then 15 minutes later, neither one standing, it was awful.
The city's handled itself remarkably well. There's been no violence. There's been no looting. Everyone's kind of listened to what the police have said and stayed away from lower Manhattan. And I mean, the city's been basically shut down. People have had to walk across bridges to get to the outer boroughs or to New Jersey, and right now people are leaving work in other parts of the city with nowhere to go because most of the public transportation is shut down. But overall, the city's done really well, far better than I would have expected, not being from around here.
And folks in Natchitoches also rolled up their sleeves and donated blood today. Donors went to the Broadmoor Shopping Center where a mobile collection van was waiting. O negative is what is needed most, but all donations will help save lives. Now, don't forget the LifeShare Mobile Blood Center will be at the Broadmoor Shopping Center again tomorrow. Now, City Hall has also wanted us to pass along some information. All city offices will be open for business tomorrow in Natchitoches.
Well, the outpouring of support here locally in the wake of what happened back east has been nothing short of overwhelming. Hundreds of people flocked to LifeShare Blood Center on Coliseum Boulevard in Alexandria today to donate blood. We're told that all types of blood are needed, and tonight there are still people waiting in line to donate. LifeShare workers told us they are not taking any more donors tonight. Only those who have already registered will be allowed to give blood. Workers will remain at the center until probably midnight, and then they'll close for the evening. But remember, tomorrow the doors open at 8 o'clock sharp. The mall will also be open at noontime, and you can also donate blood at Cabrini Hospital in the terrace room from 9 to 4:30. And at Pine Prairie High School from 7 o'clock tomorrow morning until 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon if you'd like to donate. And I want to make a note, you can go to LifeShare Blood anytime, really, to donate, but of course they really need it now. Well, the stock markets will be closed at least through tomorrow, and back here, local financial institutions really don't know the full effect of today's events in New York City, but plan to keep their clients informed as much as possible. Local branch offices will be open for business tomorrow to try to answer as many questions as they can. Security at Alexandria International Airport has been heightened, and as elsewhere in the nation, all flights in and out of the city have been canceled. News Channel 5's Tama Ponton has more on the security measures and just what's being done.
The Alexandria International Airport closed down Tuesday morning at around 8:30. Airport officials say all the required security measures are in place, and the airport will remain closed until they receive word from the FAA.
This time, all flights are canceled across the nation, and right now, the only individuals that need to be at the airport are the people, authorized individuals.
Rapides Parish Sheriff's deputies say they are not stopping or delaying any traffic in or out of the airport. Louisiana State Police are on standby, but troopers are quick to point out that there has been no threat to any target in Louisiana.
And all of our troopers have been placed on standby. We've mobilized some additional troopers in the event that there is a need for us to support other agencies, such as any federal agency or a state agency. And of course, all of our state buildings have been placed on a heightened state of awareness, and the security around them have been heightened.
The U.S. Federal Courthouse in Alexandria was also evacuated and closed. Alexandria police say they are patrolling around the federal courthouse and the U.S. Bankruptcy Court. Tama Ponton, News Channel 5.
State police tell us the Operations Center in Baton Rouge is up and running, and if you have any questions, you can call them toll-free at 800-469-4828. Also, the Concordia Parish Sheriff's Office Special Response Team is also on alert tonight. Sheriff Randy Maxwell says they're not trying to overreact, but they're just trying to be prepared. That includes security for the old river control structure. And today in Baton Rouge, security experts swept the state capitol building for explosives just to be safe, but nothing turned up.
Well, Fort Polk is under a heightened state of alert tonight. Most of the facilities on post will be open during normal hours tomorrow. That includes the community hospital, the post exchange, the commissary, and Fort Polk schools will all be open. Now, MPs will be at every gate and every ID will be checked. Well, for about 3 hours earlier today, the Greyhound bus station was closed down and buses stopped running. Greyhound employees say they suspended service from about 9 this morning until 1 this afternoon. Employees say there were some delays, but the buses are back on schedule. However, if you're planning on traveling to the northeast, you should call the station. Now, there is no service beyond Richmond, Virginia. Stranded bus passengers told us they don't know where to go or what they're going to do.
Right now, we have no place to go, and the buses they not moving at all. They turning back. They won't go back. They won't go forward.
I guess I'm gonna try to go back home. I mean, I can't get to where I need to go. I need to find another way to get there.
I think people need to realize that as much of an inconvenience as they may have, there is a threat, there is a danger going on right now, and you know, the president, the government's doing what they feel is necessary to protect the American people.
And here are a couple of other bits of information to keep in mind. Classes have been canceled at NSU's campus in Leesville and Fort Polk. They were canceled today, but they will resume tomorrow. And the Pineville City Council meeting for tonight has been postponed. We'll bring you up to speed on when that's been rescheduled. And the junior high school football jamboree at Ash was also canceled. We'll have more on that tonight in sports. Well, the Alexandria Mall was closed earlier today after those terrorist attacks back east. Mall officials decided to close the shopping center because of security concerns and out of respect for the families and the victims of those attacks. As far as we know, the mall will return to normal business tomorrow. I think 12 o'clock, I have heard. We'll try to confirm that, but we think it's going to open up at noon tomorrow. Well, let's lighten up just a little bit if we can. Tom is in the Weather Center to tell us what we can expect for Wednesday and through the week. Tom?
Let's take a look at current conditions. We're nice right now, mostly fair sky, 77 degrees, relative humidity is 66%. A light northeast breeze for us tonight. The pressure's 3007 and rising, and no rain for the day. Of course, glorious weather does continue. Let's look at a planner for tomorrow. This is your forecast at specific important times during the day. Getting us up in the morning, going to work and school, a nice, pleasant temperature of 64 degrees, a light north wind. No rain chances early, and then as we go through noontime, still no rain chances. A north-northeast breeze at 6 to 14, temperature rising to about 84 degrees with a few clouds, but mostly sun, and then a few clouds, mostly sun there by 5 o'clock, temperature into the upper 80s. So the afternoons are continuing warm, but the nights and early mornings are very nice. North-northeast breeze at 6 to 14 continuing, and got those rain chances zeroed out for Wednesday, similar to today and yesterday. The radar track showing you the tropical depression number 8, which is, well, down about 170 miles this side of Key West, Florida, in the southeastern Gulf of Mexico. We've been watching that unsettled area of weather for several days, finally developed a closed circulation, so it was called tropical depression number 8 for the day. Again, some convection associated with that, but around here, nothing going on as far as rain showers and thunderstorms, and probably tropical depression number 8 can stay out of our forecast. Look like it's going to kind of meander around the eastern Gulf for a few days and then head back north or northeast. Looking at the satellite pictures, again, not much in the way of clouds here. We saw a few high clouds today, but the most widespread cloudiness over to the southeast of us across Florida, and some cloudiness across Texas during the night, but again, that has fizzled out or moved out. Wednesday's forecast for specific cities. We're looking for a low tonight here in Alexandria, Pineville metro area of about 63 degrees, around 90 for tomorrow, 63 and 91 for Natchitoches and Manny, 62 and 89 for Leesville, Dritter, and again, mostly sunny in these cities. A few clouds, though, will prevail as well. Let's visit some other folks up toward Natchez, Faraday, Vidalia, and Jonesville. About 64 tonight, 88 for tomorrow. In Avoyelles Parish, Bunkie and Marksville, about 63 and around 90 for your high. And then down south, a little warmer tonight, mid-60s will do us for Eunice, Ville Platte, and Opelousas, back to near 89 for a high tomorrow. And again, mostly sunny with a few clouds stretching through the sky, mostly high clouds in these cities. So another nice day is in store for us. Future track, the tropical depression should head back away from us, so that's why we're not including it in our forecast. The reason appears to be this cold front, which will appear to dominate the tropical system, and that will assure that we will stay dry for several more days through this time period, through the weekend, in fact, is what this time period covers. 7-day forecast then for tomorrow, 63 and 90 are average temperatures and holding rain chances out. For Thursday, 65 and 90, still no rain chances. And then as we go into Friday, 62 and 87, still no rain chances for the rest of the week, as you see. And even into the weekend, we're holding rain chances out. Saturday, 60 low, 86 high, so the very nice morning temperatures will continue. Sunday, maybe 58, 85 for a high. Still no rain chances, and even into next week, Monday and Tuesday, just partly cloudy during the day, mostly fair at night. Lows 58 Monday, high of 85, 60 and 87 for Tuesday. And Dale and Melinda, we're holding rain chances out through next Tuesday, so maybe going out on a limb there. Yeah. But, you know, we had some areas had 15 straight days of rain, so hopefully we can get 7 or 8 without it.
I would argue we paid our dues as far as the rain goes.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Earlier this year, the FDA approved a wristwatch-like device, the GlucoWatch, to help people monitor their diabetes.